in today's video we're gonna go over a cool new charger. I love testing out EV chargers, and I also want to share my best and worst things about having an EV. Okay, I love having an electric car, but one of the things is you do have to charge it up. Your life will be infinitely easier if you have a level 2 charger at home. So in this box we have the Autobot level 2 charger. Now this particular charger, you can pick the model that either comes hardwired or with a NEMA 1450 plug. This is the one with the plug, which means you don't actually have to do any wiring yourself. Ooh, let's take a look at this guy. Yeah, but look at it, okay. The holes for the screws. And here we have the cards too. This goes into a NEMA 1450 plug, like a dryer plug, 240 volt plug, up to 48 volt output. It comes with a lot of different protections, such as overcurrent, over voltage, under voltage, and lightning protection. And basically, if you get the hardwire version, then you just have to do this step yourself. So that's what it looks like. There's one thing here that I think is kind of cool. This has a card feature. So what is that? RFID card, radio frequency ID. Basically, it's a key card that operates on radio frequency technology. Like when you have a hotel room card, it's an access card that you swipe to turn something on or off. I mean, it's pretty basic. Not all chargers come with these, and in some instances, they can be quite handy. Breakers off. Now let's plug this in. So this is the NEMA 1450 240 volt plug. Yeah, I have a video already on the channel about how to install one of these if you're curious. Okay, so charger is installed in the wall, hooked up to the outlet. I mean, that's really all there is to it, right? On the wall and in the outlet. So let's actually try to plug it in the car. So here we have our outlet. So this is a standard level 2 charging plug. If your car has, this is the number, there is a special number. If your car has one of those, then this should work fine. Okay, my card. I plugged in the car. Now to get it to start here, we're going to use one of their cards, and there we go. So this is kind of like your card to keep with you, swipe, not swipe. This is especially useful if you live somewhere where you don't want someone to just be able to start using your charger without you knowing it. If you live in an apartment building, even on your street, if you have it outside and you don't want someone to just, you know, go up to your house and start charging their car. So let's, and then we stop it. Of course, we can also just unplug it. So let's take a look here. Okay, it's unplugged now. Now we can change the amps here if we want to. So 3.2, 4, 0.8. Now I have to say this is really quite simple. There's not a lot of confusion going on here because the only thing that you can change is the amps, or you can, you know, you turn it on or turn it off with this card. So 14 kilowatt hours, we've been charging for 1 minute. Inside the car, here, 68%. And this one right here is blinking. Of course, I have a pretty small battery, so it's pretty quick to charge it up. If you have a large battery, obviously it's going to take longer. Now this unit is rated for indoor or outdoor installation. So I know not all chargers out there are, so that's an important part if you're in the market for an outdoor charger. Yeah. The cable length is 25 feet or 7.62 meters, and Autobot here, they claim the charging cable is unbreakable. No, I'm just going to take their word for it, but it seems very durable and strong. Let's go for a drive. I've been using this car now for a little over a year, so I would say I have some experience in the matter at this point. this is my primary driving vehicle. This is what I use every day. So one of my favorite things about driving an EV is just the freedom, the fact that I can just, you know, charge it up at home and then go out and not have to think about gas stations or anything. It feels like it's basically free to drive, more or less. I mean, which it really isn't, depending on how you look at it, but it is so much more affordable. That's the next thing. I love not having to think about the additional cost of driving. If I run to do this or that, it doesn't really cost anything extra, so you are not dependent on low gas prices. You're not really affected by it. I very much appreciate not having to go to the gas station, because normally you would have to factor that into your schedule. You're going somewhere, it's like an extra time factor. Well, no, I don't have to think about that. I don't have to go to the gas station. I don't go to the gas station anymore in regards to this car, which is wonderful. I love how quiet it is in the car. There's no engine that you can hear. I mean, you can hear kind of some background noise, like outside noise, that kind of thing, but in general it is so quiet. So you can listen to podcasts or music, and you're getting a much better experience. Acceleration might be my favorite one, because you can just accelerate and it is super fast and efficient. Now, to the worst things. And the number one thing is really related to this specific car, and that is that it has a really small battery. In terms of the world of EVs, this battery is tiny, which means that I can't go very far before I have to charge it up. So if I had just a slightly larger battery, I wouldn't really think this was an issue. Along the lines of that, there's not a whole lot of charging stations around where I live. So there are a couple, but they're not really reliable, if you know what I mean. So I would love to live somewhere where there are more charging stations, because then my first problem wouldn't really be a problem, as long as I know that there's reliable charging somewhere along my route. So my really only reliable charging station is my house. Okay, let's go plug this back in again. Now, this charger is easy to install, not complicated to use, and as long as you have that NEMA 1450 plug, there really is nothing to it. The length of the cord is pretty generous, so you have some flexibility in terms of parking and charging it up. I think the RFID cards can be very useful in certain situations, so if you're looking for a charger that has that feature, also one that you can install outside or inside, and one that is easy to operate, then this would be a good one. And finally, I mean, there's hard to find any negative parts about driving an EV, especially if your battery is a little bit larger than this. I would say maybe one of the things I wish was a little bit better was the efficiency when it gets hot or cold. The use of the battery goes down dramatically. You have to charge more often. So those were some of my favorite and worst things about driving an EV. Now, of course, one of the main things about having an EV is that you really need a good charger. If you don't have a charger at home, a level 2 charger, it's going to be kind of miserable. Make sure to check out the link in the description below, where you can click to find out more information about it. I want to say thanks for watching this video. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below relating to EVs, driving, or the specific charger. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.